In the beginning of lesson 4A, we discussed this story, electricity and batteries. Now, you guys know how Ready New York is set up. So the short answer response page is a few pages in on page 58. Now, due to my setup, I am not able to easily flip back and forth to show you where the details are. So I'm going to try my best to explain it as we go. And the crash you just heard was my cat jumping down from the table because he's very interested in what I'm trying to teach you guys. So, electricity and batteries. Is it explain how Volta's discovery led to Oersted's discovery? Use details from the text to support your answer. Now, I know you're all going to roll your eyes and groan, but you need to use TADDW. Okay, turn your question around, answer it, give some details, and a wrap-up sentence. Now, our hint here says don't just describe what Volta and Oersted discovered. Explain how Oersted's discovery depended on Volta's, meaning he needed Volta's. Okay, so to turn our question around, we're going to simply say, okay, Volta's discovery led to another discovery by a man named I was spelling it the way it sounds, not how it's actually spelled. Oersted. Make sure it's O-E-R-S-T-E-D. Okay. And then to answer the question, we're going to say Oersted's discovery. We're going to use the words right from the hint here. Depended on Volta's. And now Charlie is playing with his toys. He does not understand it right now. It's time for school. So, Volta's discovery led to another discovery by a man named Oersted. Oersted's discovery depended on Volta's. Okay, this is what it wants us to explain. So our details are going to come from the text, and they're going to show first what Volta's discovery was, and then how Oersted's depended on it. We're going to give a detail about what his was, how Oersted's depended on it, and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay, so I went back and looked at some of our details that we could possibly use. So we turned our question around, we answered it. Now with our details, make sure you do explain. So our first thing is going to say what Volta invented and that he kind of discovered. So we're going to say that Volta, okay, and remember, if you can't keep up with how I am writing, pause the video and you can go back through. So Volta invented the battery. Okay, Volta invented the battery and produced an object that can make electricity flow through a wire. Okay, so that's our first kind of detail. For instance, Ørsted saw that the needle of a compass would move if, okay, I need to shift up a little bit here. Okay, move if brought near a wire on a battery. Okay, so I'm going to explain it a little bit. Volta's discovery was important to Ørsted because it led to him discovering that electricity and magnetism are closely related. And then our wrap-up sentence, we are just going to say this proves Volta's discovery was important to Ørsted's period. Okay, so remember these responses can get a little bit long, but we always want to follow TADDW. Turn the question around, answer, give some details, make sure you have buddy sentences in here. That means you're explaining, don't just leave it. And then a wrap-up sentence. Remember, you can use phrases such as for example, or for instance, or in paragraph 2, it shows this. Okay, we're using those phrases in here. Okay, so like I said, the short response videos are going to be separate from the lesson just because we have a little bit more to kind of explain. And if you have any questions on how to write something, or you're not sure if your response, maybe you did it before the video, is correct, you can email me or your parents can email me, okay, your answer, and I can let you know from that.